Hello everyone, it's the world's first Poncho Chief here, and today I'm going to be talking about some common misconceptions about Halo 5, 343 Industries, and just the general state of current Halo. I've got some gameplay from the Halo 5 beta and Halo 5 on the background today. Some of the feedback was that the gameplay I used last time was a bit too boring, so this gameplay will hopefully be a bit more exciting to watch. So the first point I have to go through is that 343 Industries broke the core of Halo. So my point on this is that Halo Combat Evolved to Halo 3 each had an evolution between games. Halo 3, for example, is vastly different than Halo Combat Evolved, and that didn't break the core of Halo. So what is the core of Halo? Now, each time I ask someone to explain what the core of Halo is, they can never seem to come up with a definite answer. The closest I've got to people explaining what the core of Halo is the Golden Triangle, but that is still very much intact, even in Halo 5. The argument when it comes to Halo 5 breaking the Golden Triangle is the fact that grenades and melee are harder to get kills with due to all the weapons having increased range, and therefore the weapons kind of are a bit more powerful, so the triangle is broken. But that's not really true at all, especially at higher skill levels. Melee and grenades are still very much used in competitive Halo in Halo 5 at high skill levels and at low skill levels, so there's no reason to say that the Golden Triangle is broken there. The fact of the matter is, whenever I ask someone what makes Halo Halo, the answer is different for every single person, which is why there isn't a set answer when people say why Halo isn't Halo anymore, because no one really knows what makes Halo Halo. Is it the feel of the game? Is it the graphics of the game? It's different for every single person, so that isn't really a valid argument to say that Halo isn't Halo anymore, because there isn't a definition of what Halo is. So the second point is that the non-Bungie Halo games have bad sales, which means that those Halo games must be bad. My answer to this point is that sales and popularity do not define if a game is good or bad. Some of the best and well-made games have flopped due to poor marketing and various other reasons. A game being good or bad for the most part is just personal opinion anyways. If we're going to talk about sales, however, Halo 4 had the second biggest sales in Halo history, and Halo 5 sales were close to Combat Evolved's. So the sales aren't bad in the first place, but sales also don't define if the game's good or bad. The third point is that Halo games made by 343 Industries get a lot of complaints, so that proves that the games are bad. To this I'll say complaints are quite common, especially in a franchise as big as Halo, and especially when half the fan base doesn't get along with the other half of the fan base. Every single Halo game since Halo Combat Evolved has had complaints. Halo 3 had a ton of complaints when it came out due to Halo 2 fans not being happy with some of the changes that were made there. Complaints being made about a game isn't a bad thing, and it certainly doesn't mean that the game itself is bad. Complaints get turned into criticism, and criticism helps a game improve and evolve. For the most part, complaints are personal anyways, so again, they can't reflect whether a game is good or bad. The fourth point is that 343 Industries messed up with the Master Chief Collection. I've been having this complaint since the Master Chief Collection launched, and to people who haven't really done their research, I can understand why they bring this up, but there was a lot more companies than just 343 Industries involved with the Master Chief Collection. There was about 5 or so companies involved with Master Chief Collection, and 343 Industries itself actually had not that much to do with the game as a whole. The main thing 343 Industries had to handle was the server side of things, which you can't really stress test until the game is actually out. A lot of the issues with the game when it launched was due to the servers not being able to handle themselves, and this isn't really something that can be tested properly before launch. So while I agree that Master Chief Collection isn't in a good state, or wasn't in a good state, it's not solely down to 343 Industries that was the case. The fifth point I have, which is probably the one that irritates me the most, especially when it comes from people who claim to be Halo fans, is that Halo 5 or Halo 4's multiplayer is Call of Duty. It's became Call of Duty. Now, this is probably the most uneducated point, because anyone who's actually played a Halo game and then a Call of Duty game back to back knows that they don't feel like the same games at all. They don't play like the same games at all. The whole Halo is becoming COD or Halo feels like COD argument, it's really just an opinion that people use to kind of follow the hate wagon. People who say that Halo has become like COD, they're really the type of people who don't have any valid points when it comes to a debate. A bit like how when someone's losing an argument, they'll comment on your spelling online. It's that kind of mentality. Is that, oh no, I don't really have anything to say, so I'll just say Halo's like COD. But there's no basis to that argument whatsoever, because Halo and Call of Duty don't play anything alike, apart from being first-person shooter games and having those first-person shooter similarities. The sixth point is that Halo lost its popularity due to 343 Industries. On this point, I'll agree that Halo has lost its popularity, but it's not due to 343 Industries. When you've got a gaming franchise that lasts this long, fans will come and go a lot due to various reasons, due to people growing out of video games, due to people having families, having jobs that take up more time, or just generally losing interest in Halo for no other reason than they just grew out of it. Everyone who still enjoys any Halo games will still play those Halo games. The fanbase itself hasn't shrunk either. It's just that half the community doesn't want to voice their opinions or thoughts due to the backlash given by the other half of the community. It's become somewhat of a toxic fan base, in the sense that if you're a Halo fan that enjoys Halo 5 or likes 343 Industries, you're gonna be targeted and hated by the rest of the Halo community who don't agree with you, and that's not how a community should operate. In summary, I wouldn't say that Halo has lost its popularity so much as the Halo fan base has pushed a lot of its own fan base out due to the negativity. The seventh point is that the older servers being up means Halo 5 is failing. Now, this isn't too much of a common point that I hear, but it has got brought up, so I thought I'd mention it. I'll quote what someone said here. So they've said, if Halo 5 was as good as people claim, Halo 3 servers wouldn't still be up and active. This is so untrue for so many reasons, and I'll give you some examples. So Halo 2's servers were up until Halo Reach was out, as an example. This doesn't mean that all the games after Halo 2 were bad just because Halo 2's servers were still up. Halo game servers stay up because people still enjoy staying on them and playing them. That's all there is to it. Some people might not have an Xbox One, or might just prefer to play on the original servers, so that's why you still get people playing Halo 3 and Halo Reach on the original games. It says nothing about how Halo 5 is as a game, just because other people decide to play the older games. The final point I'm going to touch on is that people play Master Chief Collection because the current Halo, like Halo 5, is bad. Now, this is untrue as well. People play Master Chief Collection because they prefer a classic style Halo, that's it. Halo 5 is current Halo, and that's the direction half the fan base want the games to go. Classic Halo fans have two choices in terms of Halo. They can continue to play Master Chief Collection and continue to enjoy the classic style Halo, or they can try and adapt, and they can start playing Halo 4 and Halo 5, and they can start enjoying the current style Halo 2. Halo 5 is an extremely well-made game, it's just not classic Halo. That doesn't mean it's not Halo, it's just evolved from classic Halo. So that has been some of the points for today's video. Thank you to the people I've had this discussion with. You've helped me isolate some points to talk about today, so you've been very helpful in terms of giving me something to think about. I hope my breakdown and my thoughts have helped people reconsider their views on 343 Industries, on Halo 5, and just in general why they think what they think. Remember that Halo started with combat evolved, and as the name implies, combat evolves, and combat will continue to evolve with every Halo game. You can't stop change. You can only embrace it or you can ignore it. Now, whichever you choose, don't dislike people who have an opposite opinion. Just let them play what they want to play. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been the world's first Poncho Chief. I will see you next time.